This is the Singer Model 337 for Jen that I've been working on, and I have it all cleaned up now, and I'm starting to put it back together. I already put the pressure bar assembly back in. If you saw my series on the 337, you saw how to do that, how to set the correct height. This one took 4/4 plus my feeler gauge set at 0.020 for a 0.296 height. And I took the needle bar out on this machine because it was so filthy to clean it. And I'm going to put it back in now, and I'm going to set it for the correct height. I put a light coat of oil on the needle bar, and I think I'll just put a little bit of oil. All this stuff I put oil on before, but the tolerances are so close on this, and I stripped this with the crud cutter cleaner, so the bare metal on bare metal wants to hesitate a little bit. So I'll put a little more oil on there. And this is the side that with the little thumb screw to loosen and tighten the needle. This takes the screw that holds the little pigtail thread guide and the needle holder itself to the bar. So that's what's going to be facing to the left of you, or towards the end of the machine. And this slides right in the top here. Oh, wait, you see these two timing marks, I hope, on there, the two black lines. The top one is for needle bar height, and the bottom one is when you set the hook timing. So let's get this in here. You would set the controls on this to straight stitch, center needle, and this is the rocker arm for the zigzag. So you're going to come in here, this is a guide, and you're going to put it down through the lower guide there, like that. And again, you want the hole for the little screw to be facing you. And what I usually do is take that screw that holds the needle clamp. Let's see if I can get it started with my fingers here. I'm working from behind the camera, and it's a little awkward for me, but let's see if I can. If I turn it like this, I'll put it in with my right hand just to get it started. That was a good idea. So I just turn it in a few turns to get it in there. Then I can use it to turn it sideways and up and down. Right? Okay. So you want to turn the hand wheel until the needle bar holder is at the bottom. It bottoms out. So you just get it down there and kind of go back and forth until you see it's resting on the bottom. And then the needle bar is too low. You can see both timing marks right here. And what I need to do is move it up while the position is at the bottom here. Right, all the way at the bottom. And I need to move that upper mark up to where I can just barely see it below the holder here. I just want to see it aligned with the bottom of that holder. And then I want this to be parallel with the front of the machine, because that's going to hold the needle holder. So I need to move this up a little bit, And you can still see that top mark. You can just barely see. I don't see silver above the mark, but I see the black mark. So I like that. But now this is twisted a little. So I'm gonna straighten it back out, eyeball it in there. That looks pretty good. Up, my bar came down. Let's get it back up there. So I can still see the black mark, but nothing, no silver above it. Tighten this up a little bit, maybe. Get a little bit of grab on there because it keeps sliding down. It's so clean, and now I've oiled it, so just barely see that. And let's see if I can get this in here. Yep. And I want to snug that up. I'm not going to tighten it real hard because I want to check everything. So I can still see my black upper timing mark as it's starting to disappear into the holder. You see it? Yep. Yeah. On a machine that's been in use a while, this needle bar does not tend to slide up and down so easy. So this process is a little easier. Okay. Then I can still twist this a little left and right, but I think I've got my screw. Let's get it up there. It's kind of a delicate. Whoop, went too high. Alright, that looks really good. Now let's see on my screw alignment. It's still angled a little this way. So if I didn't tighten that bar screw too tight, I might be able to, there. I can still see the black line, the top timing mark. Now I've got this lined up parallel with the front of the machine. That looks nice. That looks nice. So I'm going to snug it up a little bit more. Okay. Now just to verify it, I'm going to make sure my needle's bottomed out still. Yep. And if I get down to where I can see it, I can barely see the top timing mark. And the needle clamp holder screw is like 90 degrees, parallel with the front. So now I'm going to tighten it up tight. Boop, boop, boop. And like that. Okay. And one last check. So I'm in straight stitch, center needle, and yep, bottom out, and I can see that black line parallel with the bottom of this disappearing up into the inside. So I have set the needle bar height, and I'm pretty comfortable with it. The next step to do would be I would install the needle clamp, thumb screw, etc. Because what I need to double check on the height of this is when the needle bar is all the way down with the needle holder and everything, it cannot strike this plate when the plate is lifted. It cannot. So that's what I need to check. It looks pretty close to me. So this needle presser bar, I might have set just a little tiny bit too high, but that's why you check. So I'll assemble the needle holder and needle clamp, everything, get all this stuff put back together, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to check your height and alignment. Okay, so I installed the needle holder with the needle clamp thumb screw and the little thread guide, the little pigtail thread guide here. It's all solid and everything, and verified it was straight. Took another look at my feed dogs and presser foot, and they're lined up. So what we want to see here is that when this is raised up and the needle's at its lowest point, that they don't hit. Ooh, that's close. There's about a copy paper space between there. But it looks good. So I'm happy with that. Everything is adjusted properly and looks really good there. I like to get that presser foot up at the higher limits to get as much stuff under the, I don't know if I'll be able to focus any better on this. You know, I dropped the camera a while back and I'm having trouble zooming and focusing. So, but I'm happy. That's really great progress. It's going back together real well. So thanks for watching this about the needle bar and the heights of everything there, the bar heights. And hope to see you again. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Take care.